Alright, this is example 2, and I'm going to divide first. So I see this. I'm going to divide everything by whatever's in front of the x, which is a 3. Divide everybody over here by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2x to the 5th. 5 divided by 3 is 5 divided by 3, x to the 4th. 1 divided by 3 is 1 divided by 3, x to the 3rd. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. And 1 divided by 3 is just 1 divided by 3, otherwise known as 1/3, by the way. X. Before I go any farther, I'm going to check and make sure I'm not missing any terms. I stopped here because it was convenient. 5, 4, 3. I'm counting exponents, by the way, in case you haven't caught on to this yet. This is not, if you're not one of my students, this is not the first problem we have seen. If you are one of my students, you're supposed to realize this is not one of the first problems like this we have seen. Alright, so I'm counting down the powers of x. I have to make sure I don't skip any, and I have to make sure I get all the way down to 0, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't have anything. What am I missing? I'm missing nothing, so I have to write nothing there. There's nothing. Alright. That's actually going to make a big difference. You people that are like, it's nothing. Yeah, it is nothing. That's something. Divided by 3 divided by 3 is just 1x, and 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. Alright. Step whatever. Set the divisor equal to 0. That's called the divisor, by the way. This is the dividend, which always threw me for a loop. And then the answer we get is going to be the quotient. There's your math vocabulary for the day. There'll be more coming. Alright, I'm going to subtract 1/3 from both sides. And I'll have x equals negative 1/3. And there it is. My handwriting looks a mess. I'm going to let you know I'm going to blame the camera, because on my board, with my eyes, that looks marvelous. Okay. Take that number. That's my little multiplier, is what I like to call it. It goes in a box. Alright, I'm going to draw my line. Pretty long this time. Draw a little line there. I probably did messed up when I did that. And now I'm going to grab all of my coefficients. 2, 5/3. Fractions, you say you're not scared of fractions. 1/3, if you were scared of fractions, you'd be doing it the other way. 1/3, and there's a 0 right over my little line here for my remainder. 2, 5/3, 1/3, negative 1, 1/3, and 0. You ready? We're going to start doing some fake division. Synthetic style. Alright. Bring down my 2. There it is. 2 times negative 1/3 is negative 2/3. Watch this fraction stuff. 5/3 and negative 2/3. That's only 3/3. But I'm going to write my 3/3 like that. 1 times negative 1/3 is negative 1/3. That is a convenient 0. Notice how all my fractions are disappearing. Alright, 0 times negative 1/3, that's 0. 0 plus negative 1, that's negative 1. Negative 1 times 1/3, that is 1/3. Oh, so close. If that had been a positive 1, this would have been beautiful. Oh well. 1/3 and 1/3, at least I can add, that's 2/3. And 2/3 times negative 1/3, that's negative 2/3. Right? 2, 1. Yeah, negative 1, 2/3. Okay. That's not true. I can't even multiply. I just gave the last video a little speech about my coffee intake issues. We're not going to talk about it. Just know that there is another video if you search for it. I let out a little secret that explains these mistakes. 2/3 times negative 1/3. I multiply straight across. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, and 3 times 3 is 9. I have not made some of these mistakes since I was your age. Alright. Now, I'm going to build it right to left because I like going backwards. Note that I was dividing this time by x plus 1/3, so that is what I put it all over, x plus 1/3. I'm going to leave the red here. And I had a negative 2/9, and this is my no x, so it gets 2/3, and it's positive. This is my x, and it's just a negative. There's nothing there. No x squared. I'm going to skip it because it's 0 and because you guys wanted to skip it up ahead. I'll show you. I could have technically written 0x squared and then simplified that later on, but I'm going to go straight to x cubed now. Note, that is why that got skipped. Don't later on say, you skipped it there. Yeah, that's right, I did. And this is x to the 4th, and it gets a 2. Right? So also note, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in front of the remainder, my largest power is going to be 1 less than that, which is 4. I'd say that's my answer, except that looks ugly, so I'm going to clean that up real quick. 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd, plus I feel like a clown with all my math in different colors. 2/3 minus 2 over 9 times x is just 9x, and 9 times 1 is just 9, divided by 3, that is just 3. Alright, there's my answer. Yay! Markers capped. Done.